Hi friends, are you tired? Could you have hypertension, which is high blood pressure? Let's talk about the 10 best foods to prevent and reduce blood pressure. Now, I must warn you, if you are on blood pressure medications, then you need to work with your doctor before you change your diet, and you need to get a blood pressure machine because you will need to reduce your medications as your blood pressure will improve quite quickly within days. And for some people, that can happen the same day. Number 10 is the best kept secret by athletes. What if I told you there is a food proven to reduce blood pressure and improve your energy? Would you believe that it could drop your systolic blood pressure by 10 points? It's been shown to decrease the time of exhaustion by 1 minute and 32 seconds in professional cyclists and help freedivers hold their breath half a minute longer and help runners feel less tired while performing better. And no, this isn't an expensive illegal drug. It's in your grocery store and it's red just like your blood. They are beetroots. Beets contain lots of anti-inflammatory polyphenols, fibers, and nitrates that help you open your blood vessels so that more oxygen can get to your muscles. The cyclist drank about 17 ounces or 500 milliliters per day, but the divers just took 2.5 fluid ounces. Now, why are beets so good? Take a look at that dark red color. Those are polyphenols that are anti-inflammatory within the hour of drinking it. Beets are hard because they are made out of fiber. And that fiber feeds good gut microbes, helps them to grow. And over time, those friends thank you by reducing inflammation in your body. And that translates into lower blood pressure. In addition, beets contain loads of nitrates that relaxes your blood vessels to reduce your blood pressure. This then improves the flow of blood to bring oxygen and nutrients to your muscles. Now, what if I told you you can eat something else that can reduce your blood pressure, lower your risk of diabetes, lower your weight, and reduce your risk of colon cancer? How much would you pay for that product? Is 31 cents pretty reasonable? That's the cost of steel-cut oats, or even better, oat groats, which is a whole oat grain. Whole grains have been shown to have exactly those benefits. So number 9, swap out your pancake or breakfast cereal with oatmeal instead. If you don't like oatmeal, you can swap to other whole grains for pennies, like Kumat, a whole wheat. Now, don't confuse whole wheat with refined grains like flour used for baking cakes and cookies and breads, or the grains used to make popular crackers. Refined flours will increase your blood pressure, will increase your cholesterol, will give you diabetes, will make you overweight, and increase your risk of cancers. So number 8, read the back of labels and eat more whole grains like whole wheat and whole oatmeal. Whole grains have lots of fiber that help to delay the digestion of starch to reduce blood sugar spikes, which over time means less damaging blood pressure, raising inflammation in your blood vessels. Did you know that just eating those polyphenols, that color in the vegetables, can do the same, so that multicolored vegetable pasta can have a similar effect? But nothing beats eating whole leaves because the protective nitrates that are in number 7, Swiss chard, is hard to beat. And when you shop, you will see white, yellow, and red Swiss chards. If you can pick only one, pick the darkest reddish Swiss chard. And if you can eat them when they're young, they actually taste sweet. If you cook them, they taste salty, and that's because they're full of blood pressure lowering salts like magnesium and potassium. Number 6 is my favorite leaf to eat with tomatoes. These leaves not only have more nitric oxide than beets by weight, but they also have lutein and zeaxanthin, 2 nutrients that are literally used by your retina, which is in the back of the eye, so that you can see. And that leaf is basil. Chop up basil leaves to add to your soups, salad, entrees, or you can add it to diced tomatoes. Then if you sprinkle some balsamic vinegar and drop a little bit of olive oil, you have the toppings of a healthy bruschetta. Number 5 is my favorite lettuce that I love to use as an edible wrap because the leaves are just the right size for my hand to hold, and I love to stuff it like a burrito. One of my favorite cuisines are Vietnamese cuisines because they have a lot of fresh wraps. And in these vegetable wraps, they put in more herbs. And this particular lettuce is high in nitrates. It's called the butter leaf lettuce. It's so special that it has its own sturdy packaging with the roots intact. Number 4 is another one of my favorite herbs, packed with nitric oxide. Incredibly, it can also decrease uric acid levels and inflammatory markers from those suffering from arthritis, and that's cilantro. If you add some cilantro to that diced tomatoes, that's a salsa. Chop up some red bell peppers, green onions, and mango. That's a pretty delicious mango salsa. Number 3 is a drink that has been shown to work just as well as blood pressure medication captopril, and that is hibiscus tea. I encourage people to drink 2 cups daily to reduce their blood pressure. So for number 2, I mentioned that greens are rich in potassium, and did you know that replacing your salt shaker with potassium salt has also been shown to reduce blood pressure? But the greatest impact on your salt levels is the salt they put in pre-made foods like pizzas, breads, canned soups, lunch meats, frozen dinners, and sauces. These are all processed foods from the grocery store, from restaurants. You have to be careful to avoid them. They contain a lot of salt. So if you're trying to reduce your blood pressure, you should consider avoiding pre-made, store-bought restaurant food, especially those fast foods. Oh, and if you swap out your sodium for potassium, that'll be even better. The number 1 food that is underappreciated and is a super powerful blood pressure reducer, which works with just a few tablespoons a day, is flax seeds. In fact, it appears to work better than many blood pressure medications. Now, to be clear, I'm not anti-medication. They have their role, and if you have a hypertensive urgency like Franklin Delano Roosevelt, you would greatly benefit from taking blood pressure medications. Franklin Delano Roosevelt didn't do that because he didn't have any available and he suffered a fatal stroke. But when you change your lifestyle, specifically your diet, which is a root cause of bad blood pressure, you and your doctor will have no choice but to get you off those blood pressure medications. Otherwise, you're going to feel bad from having super low blood pressure. Addressing the root cause, which is vascular inflammation, will have the greatest impact on your blood pressure. And medicines, they can't do that because they're designed to treat one mechanism, one symptom. So if you want to learn how to really reduce inflammation, watch my next video.